Good morning, good morning. We are on bright and early. Well, not really bright and early, but quite early. Thought I'd hop on, look at the market. Looks like we're finally getting a sell off. Well, wouldn't call it a full fledged sell off, but getting a little bit of sell pressure in the markets finally. And I have a feeling it's something to do with the VIX. um, but yeah, we're going to talk about that right now because the VIX is been moving up pretty fast the past couple days here. Um, it was moving up yesterday, and we didn't really get any sell action as far as like Nvidia goes. But today we're definitely seeing some now, um, which makes sense. I mean, we've been flying recently. I mean, this market has been on a tear, and I mean it's to be expected to see a reversal eventually. We just got inflation data, right? I think we just got our inflation data like 8 minutes ago. That's probably why the market's moving down lower. Here you go. Here's the inflation data. So the number that we want to look at is right here. This one right here. Consumer price index year over year for January, 3.1%. The consensus was 2.9 and the previous was 3.4. So inflation did come down from last month, but it didn't come down as much as expected. So markets aren't really liking that. Of course, we were hoping for a interest rate cut by the Fed in I think March. That's definitely not going to happen. Inflation is still staying slightly elevated. It's stubborn. So, with that being said, the market is reacting like so. We can take a look at the futures here. Nasdaq's down a point and a half, 1.5%. ES down one. You got the Dow Jones down about 3/4. So it's the sell off isn't really anything crazy. Um, Again, crypto down slightly. Gold stocks down a lot actually. So tech is definitely taking the brunt of this right now. See trade desk, it was up 3.65% yesterday. Now it's down 3.4. So up 2.6 points. $2.60 down 250 this morning. So just a lot of up down volatility. And again, the VIX is I'm watching the VIX right now because it is playing this sort of range. Um, so hopefully this is as far as the sell off goes. We may see it spike a little bit higher here to like 15. So we could see continued selling today. But if we believe in our levels on the VIX for a moment, um, we should start to trend down, or at least the VIX won't go up anymore. Volatility will calm down, and money will start trickling back into the markets here. So, but yeah, nice little sell off this morning. Switch over to a 24-hour chart, and you can see our trend. Technically, still holding a trend here. For Nvidia, pretty much at yesterday's lows. So again, nothing significant. We blasted last week, and we're still above those levels from last week. So, and if anything, Nvidia is taking least of the hit here. So you can see Nvidia, Apple, Netflix, LLY. They're taking least of the hit. biggest drops, the biggest losers here: Fortinet, AMD, Trade Desk, Tesla. So even Google, Amazon, they're down a couple percentage. So just the way it goes. Again, this is pre-market action, so it can easily be not manipulated, but influenced by less money. So we won't really know how the market's going to be until 10 o'clock, 10:30. That's usually when you get a good idea of where the overall trend's going to be. Oil's moving up here. I haven't really looked at oil recently. Oil's been holding the trend here. Hopefully oil doesn't spike here. So again, I don't have an update on my position for NVIDIA. I was at like a 300% gain yesterday. Now it's back down to 250. It's probably going to be slightly lower. Fortinet, I don't know where that's going to be. We'll see. Options market does not open until 9:30. But we're finally getting a little sell-off here. At least this is the largest pre-market sell-off we've had um, in the overall market for a little while now. I mean, this market has just only been going up for the past month and a half, so it's to be expected. So we'll stick around for a little bit this morning. Do a little pre-market stream. Hopefully the markets open higher here, but it's looking a little rough. It's really not that bad. Just hoping we hold this trend on NVIDIA. We probably won't. We'll probably deviate from it eventually. I'm hoping we hold this trend at least through the end of the month. But that's probably a lot to ask for in this type of market. So still sitting on good gains, good profit. We could look at a weekly chart here on NVIDIA. We'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks of growth. So, it's to be expected to have a little bit of a drop or red candle. And we're actually still up on the week. We're up 0.16% on the week. So, what's today? Tuesday. So, just getting started. So I've been thinking about switching up one of my trades for a certain month. And that's Eli Lilly for the month of December. And I wanted to do a little backtest analysis on that real quick this morning. So we'll go do that right now. Should only take a few minutes. But I was going to go with AVGO and see how that one looked. All right, let's go take a look. %. So if anyone's just joining, we're just doing a little back testing on AVGO for the month of December. Just doing a little analysis this morning, and then a little pre-market stream. We do have a little sell-off going on in the markets right now. Nothing crazy. We had a weak CPI report come out, or a stronger than expected CPI report come out, and that's sending the markets down a little bit this morning. But that's all right. We've had a good run in the markets over the past since November really, but especially on Nvidia. I mean, Nvidia's been straight up for the past month and a half, so it's kind of relieving to finally see a sell-off. Finally, we'll see how long it lasts. Another thing that I haven't really thought of. Well, I have thought of, but I never really thought it would really turn into a problem. Is how the shipping lanes are closed down in the Red Sea. That could be causing inflation right now because it costs a lot more money to go around the entire continent of Africa. So that could be driving inflation higher right now. It's kind of scary, but I mean it's not gonna be anything like COVID, that's for sure. But it's not good, but it's not horrible either. Could be a lot worse. right now, I was looking at oil. Oil's been going up a lot. Well, not a lot, but it's getting up there. It's starting to get to that $80 level. Once it crosses over that $80 threshold, that's where it starts hurting. So we'll take a look at oil soon. Wow. Yeah. Really have to go with this one. Very good. Let's go look at March. A net. Dollar Tree. What's this? WST. Pharmaceutical. Yeah. Equinox. I'm liking this. Expensive stock. All right, markets are really selling, starting to increase here. Let's go look at a 5-minute. Take the volume here. Oh yeah, we're spilling now. Wow, the core is up 3.9. Is that right? Holy moly, yeah. So that's That's pretty high inflation. That is not good. I mean, it was high last month too. Not good. So I'm going to be keeping my eyes on the VIX here, because the VIX has been trading in a range pretty much since like November 23. Basically, if we start getting above 15 here, or pretty much we start getting above these previous highs back at like 15, we're probably going to be going to 20 on the VIX, which is going to be a little painful. A little painful. But listen, like, this is the nature of the beast, right? Like, this is how the markets work. Like, money comes and goes. That VIX is still rising. Trade desk is getting slammed. Wow. Good thing I didn't buy that call option yesterday on trade desk. Would have just been throwing money out the window. I was gonna buy an option just for the earnings on Thursday. But yesterday this market was up, up, up. Everything was pretty much up. There's a lot of money on the sidelines here, and there's still a lot of buyers on the sidelines. And a day like this where you're going down, or a week like this where you go down, it's usually a good time to buy, right? Like, if you're going to be a buyer of Nvidia, let's say, like, you want to be buying somewhere in here, right? You want to be buying somewhere in here. You want to be buying somewhere in here. You don't want to be buying up here. You don't want to be buying up here, right? And you especially, well, I bought down right here, right? But you would definitely want to see a pullback if you were going to get in now. Before getting in, you want to buy into that discount. And right now, this market has just been flying. So there's a lot of risk to the downside. The markets, they trend up over time, which means they go up a bunch and then they come down, then go up even higher. And this is just another example of it. But I'm not too worried about this. Just chilling. I mean, I'm never really worried. The way I trade is systematic. So, like, a spill in the market is just like, all right, yeah, that's to be expected. So I just wanted to jump on because, hey, we haven't had a day like this in a while, right? It's been a while since we've had a down day. So but really, we're gonna be most likely, like, with Nvidia, which is my big trade for the month. I wouldn't be surprised if we just kind of do something like this until earnings, kind of just level out here at this like 7. Maybe we come back down to 700. which we're pretty much at right now. Let's go open up a like a 4-hour chart here. You know, we're 700. We can mark 700. I like to mark whole numbers on the chart because they're psychological levels. So if I put the coordinates here, it's 700. You can pretty much see, let me set this to 600. You can see how, and I have 800 marked up here already, right? We're probably going to be chilling around 700 bucks. We'll probably come below it too. You know, we'll just kind of do this for a little while until earnings. Once the earnings come out here, then we'll get a move either to the upside or downside. Now, as far as measuring how far we're going to move for earnings, I can show you guys how you can use an options chain to figure out the expected move on a earnings release. So, really simple. All you do is, this is what I do. Let me just remove a couple of these lines just to clean up the chart here. So what I do is I open up my options chain and I go to the stock I'm looking at, so Nvidia in this case, and I look at, so like the earnings come out on which day? Earnings come out on February 21st. So I want to go to the option that is closest to the 21st. So you can see here, February 23rd is the option that's closest on the 21st, right? So 91% implied volatility right here. You can see here, if I switch this to implied volatility, you can see the implied volatility is around 100, 110, which is pretty high. That's very high, actually. So what I'm going to do now is look at basically you look at the straddle or the strangle price. So you take the ask price of the at the money call. Is this, hold on. Yeah, so we're at 704, right? So I take this, and then I also take the buy price of the put. So 83. So this is a strangle, right? 83 bucks. And you can also use the implied volatility. You can see here plus or minus 89. That's plus or minus 89 points on the underlying. So right now, but you can also use the straddle or strangle price between a call and put option. So right now it's 83. So what I would do is, say, all right, $83 to the upside. Let's call it 84 bucks. 84 bucks to the upside or downside. So from the current price, which is 703. So 84, what I do is I just take my hold on a second. Just give me one moment, guys. Okay. So measuring from $704. So I'm going to go 84 bucks to the upside, which is right around 788, and 84 bucks to the downside. Which is around there. And then I'll just mark these. Now, of course, these values are going to change as the days get closer to the earnings call or earnings. So, like, these values are going to change. But what I do is I just mark it with, like, we could put a green, and then for this, I'll put a red. So when we get to the earnings on the 21st, now this value is going to change here. This value is going to change as we get closer. As we get closer, we're going to get a more accurate picture of the expected move for Nvidia as we go into earnings. But I used the same exact expected move for Netflix before the earnings, and the expected move was almost bang on and spot on and then it went even further than that to the upside. So the expected move is real. Like it is a good tool. It doesn't always work, but implied volatility, knowing implied volatility and the expected move, and knowing how to calculate that on the options chain and use that to set targets on your chart is really helpful. I'll be right back. I just need to grab some tissues. If you guys haven't heard, like I just got over the flu over the weekend, so like I'm still have like a runny nose and a slight cough, so bear with me, guys. Just give me like 1 minute. I just have to grab some tissues. And I'm not crying because of the down market today. This is nothing. Alrighty. Sorry about that. Hey Nathan. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I've been trying to do well with trading. It's a journey. It's not easy. You know what, guys? I'm gonna switch to my headset mic because I'm gonna be going back and forth between two computers today. Um, I have quite the setup at home, so it's let's let's get this figured out for a moment. I have my regular desktop mic, and then I have a headset mic that I want to use instead because for me to use this mic, I have to keep turning around. It's kind of getting annoying. So just give me one moment. Hello, hello. You should be able to hear me right now, so we will put that other mic to the side. It may sound a little different. Sorry if the volume level's lower or higher. Bear with me. But all right. So yeah, I am doing a couple things for work, staying busy. The markets are going to open here soon. We got 9 minutes until market open. 8 minutes actually. And this is, if you guys haven't seen my positions, this is where we were sitting as of yesterday. 200. Well, this was higher. This is a 300% gain, but it came down. The market's pretty much settled flat yesterday at close, but now it's even lower. Markets are down pretty. So we're gonna see some blood. We're gonna see some losses on this screen in a few minutes here. Well, not losses overall, but losses on the day. The P&L on the day is going to be a little rough, but it is what it is. I was doing some analysis earlier. I was looking at some seasonality for a few different stocks for March. March is coming up here soon. Couple weeks, guys. The months fly by. They fly by. That's why I'm so patient. It's just like, in my back testing and stuff, the worst I've seen are like 3 months in a row of losses. And then after that, I mean, you're back to the races. So, 90 days of pain, I'll take it. For outstanding returns over time, why not? I mean, it's a no-brainer. What do you like? I think there's actually more risk of not doing what I'm doing because you're missing out on so much opportunity. I mean, this strategy probably won't last forever. There's going to be, I mean, if the markets are down over the like 2022, my strategy didn't do good, right? I'm not going to lie. I actually still outperformed the S&P 500, but it wasn't great. I think my account was down like 19% for 22, and I think the S&P 500 in 2022 was down 19. All right, so I was pretty much spot on. So not bad. But still, I mean, I still outperformed like probably the Nasdaq and stuff, right? Because the Nasdaq was down even more, I think, last year, 33%, right? So, yeah, pretty sweet. So keeping an eye on Nvidia. I had a little line drawn out here, little meme line, just to keep the trend identified here. hopefully we can hold it for a couple more weeks. We will see. We will see. All right, why is this not working? Why is this not working? So I don't know if any of you are in the Northeast, but we are getting a lot of snow today. Lots of snow. Love snow. I'm a avid snowboarder, so love the cold weather, love the snow, but I do love the beach too. Love the summers. I love both. My favorite time of the year is probably fall, though. I like the fall. And my VPN is not working. What the hell's going on here? Okay. So the markets are going to be opening up here in 2 minutes. 2 minutes, folks. I think what I'm going to do to make things fun, if I do get the opportunity to stream during the day more often, is do some quick scalp trades. That'd be fun. A little entertainment for you guys, right? Do like little scalp trades. I'm not a great scalper. I can do it. I have made money doing it. I kind of want to dabble with it just for fun. I think it's a little entertaining for you guys. But for the most part, 99% of the money I make is through swing trading. But I don't know. It would be fun to do a little bit of scalping. Mainly, like the way I would be doing it is just using levels, right? So just looking for support and resistance and just trading the bounces off of those support and resistance levels. I know you guys like to trade that way, so. Alright, will this work now? Also, if you guys haven't already signed up, or not signed up, but join the Discord, join it up, because I'm going to be probably closing up the Discord here for free. I'm going to be probably looking to add a paywall or be a little bit more private with my Discord, because I have been dealing with some scammers and bots coming in already. Even though my Discord's small, my YouTube channel's small, I'm already starting to experience it. So with that being said, there's only a couple ways to combat that. The two main ways that I can think of is A, creating a paywall, and that paywall would probably be like 25, 50, $100 a month, somewhere around there. And then the other way is to do expiring Discord links. So the only way you'd be able to join is by being in my streams, which is kind of unfortunate because I don't stream a whole lot, and I want you guys to be able to just come to my channel and say, hey, I want to join your Discord, and be able to go to like a link in my video or go to my channel description, and join whenever you can. So it's kind of like, what do I do? Not really sure what to do here. All right, so the market's open. Here we go. So Nvidia down 3%, Fortinet down 2%, Trade Desk down 3%, AMD. So we're getting hit, getting shellacked pretty good. Nasdaq Qs are down 2%, S&P down 1.4%. Not looking too hot. So yeah, we got that inflation report, or inflation CPI report. Came in at 3.1 instead of 2.9. The core is still very high, so we were expecting 3.7, came at 3.9. So the core CPI is not looking too hot. So we're definitely not going to get an interest rate cut this spring. Now, I don't think the market's going to go down for the rest of the year. It's an election year too, so election years the markets tend to do pretty well. So I think there's a good chance of us getting a rate cut going into, I don't know, June, probably the second to third quarter of this year. But right now, we're just going to be chilling out, and they're going to keep interest rates held. So yeah, we're getting a little bit of a sell-off on that news this morning. Not too bad, honestly. For the amount of upside price action we've had over the past, since really November, we haven't really had a good sell-off, at least with Nvidia, since like mid-November, and since then it's just been rallying. So for a big up move, especially since the beginning of this year, we're not really selling off too much. Now we are getting a little bit of a volume spike here, so that could be signaling a reversal in the market. So we could be seeing some continued downwards pressure in the market, but for now, at least with Nvidia, that's really what I'm caring about right now, because that's the trade I'm in. I think we're going to be just chopping and to the downside, going to the downside until we reach earnings. So that's about it. All right, let's go look at the damage today. So we are down $1,410 right now. So not too bad, but we're still up 200% on our Nvidia calls, and we're up 22% on the Fortinet calls. So still hanging in there. Again, like, if anything, my Nvidia position's really what I care about most. So yeah. So still up like $6,000 on that position, not too bad. And yeah, like, again, like, I'm just holding on to this position, hanging out. Looking at this 700 level on Nvidia, that 700 level is psych. That's a psychological level. So pretty much, I want to see Nvidia stay above $700. As far as price action goes, Nvidia's really, it's not even down that much. I mean, this isn't. This market has just been ripping to the upside. We finally got some downwards pressure. We haven't had a good sell-off since January 31st, right? So it's been 2 weeks. We could look at a weekly chart. Look at the S&P on a weekly chart. It's just been on a tear. So, this is to be expected. At some point, something has to break, right? And profit taking starts to come in. Let's see. Alright, so watching Nvidia just flip green somehow today. I mean, this thing has been on a tear. You know, you gotta remember, Nvidia has an $800 price target set by Goldman Sachs right now. I'm pretty sure it's Goldman Sachs. So we could be there by like next week with earnings coming out. So, any discounted price action, any downwards pressure in the market for Nvidia is just being gobbled up by the buyers, right? The buyers are just stepping in and taking advantage of the lower prices. It seems like every day that goes by, there's FOMO definitely going on with Nvidia right now, and many other AI stocks, right? So, okay, let's get this on here. Do we have any green on the charts besides the VIX? Alright, so the VIX is starting to back off here. That's a good sign. I set this this level on the VIX at around like 15 bucks. If anything, this little box could technically be extended to like here and probably set to like right there. Excuse me. It looks like we're getting up into that area of rejection for the VIX. Doesn't mean it's going to reject and come back down, but if you believe in this level, then you'd say, okay, well, this sell-off that we're getting right now is probably going to be the extent. We may see a little bit more downwards action, let's say on Nvidia from here, but if this VIX is just going to be chopping in a range like this, right? We're coming back up, then we're going to come back down. When we do come back down, we're going to see upwards pressure in equities, right? We're going to see some buy action. So buyers are stepping in here. Buyers are definitely stepping in. Let's look at the 15-minute. So you can see on the 15-minute we had a bottom wick right at that 700. We came below 700 and scooped it right back up. We'll see if it sustains and goes higher or stays above 700. But you can see we had support back here at 700 bucks. Broke through it, oscillated, went higher, right? We went up to 750 yesterday. We're reaching new highs yesterday, which was nice. But now, coming back down, right? Retesting. So we'll see how long it lasts. Look at Fortinet. Again, Fortinet taking a little spill today, but again, like still not, there's no break of structure on any of these charts. Trade Desk, wow, Trade Desk really came back. Trade Desk was down like 4% earlier, and it just ripped right back up. So the buyers stepped in real fast on Trade Desk. Could have been a good buying opportunity for a call option right before earnings, but that's a really good sign for Trade Desk. Yeah, so keep an eye on the markets today. Always keeping an eye. You know what I hate the most? I hate micromanagers. It's the one thing I can't stand. Do not like micromanagers. Oh, Eli Lilly up today, huh? Wow. Man, I really missed out on this thing. Like, I literally sold LLY right before it rallied. Literally the day before. How do you figure that out, right? It's just like bad luck. I think this option would have been a gain if I just simply held on to it. Wow, Amazon's really ripping. Like this month. This thing's been on a tear since the beginning of the year, or last year. Meta too. Meta's been doing great. Wow. All right, Nvidia's starting to get some buy pressure here. Let's go look at the 5-minute here. Yeah, a little doji. Keep an eye on that for a little bit. Wow, look at NVIDIA. NVIDIA is just a beast. Like, it's just taking this market news and going, nope, we're buying it back up. Just touched the 700 level and just bounced. Just kept going. That just shows how much strength is behind this stock. Well, the gap is pretty much filled now. So we had a gap. We gapped down and we just filled it. So we'll see if we reject now and start coming back down. Maybe we stay where we are, maybe we go higher, who knows? We'll just keep an eye on it. Fortinet's still going lower. So where are we looking? Now we're only down $1,000 on the day. Only down 1,000 now. Not bad. Clawing our way back. What? I have no fucking. Okay. Alrighty. Okay, what do we got? to the charts here. So if you guys don't know, I am working a regular job while I'm doing this, so it's like I go back and forth. So if you guys ever hear any silence, I'm still here. I'm just focusing on other things right now. But if you chat, ping me, I'll respond right away. Pretty much I watch the markets all day while I'm working, and I figured, hey, you know what, might as well just throw up the stream. You guys can ask questions, come and go as you please. Because I'm at my desk anyways, so it's, don't really mind having you guys on the stream, so. Okay. All right. Busy morning at work, guys. Very, very busy day. Let me see, where the hell is that QSIP though? Wait, why is... Let me just resend with the correct... Oh, man. What the fuck is this fund? I gotta be careful cursing on stream, guys. I don't want to get demonetized. I curse a lot when I'm working and talking to myself. It's my way of venting my frustration.
I guess it's not the greatest habit, but I'm sure a lot of people are guilty of doing the same thing. Hopefully this market comes back a little bit here. Starting to get some rejection, huh? Starting to get some rejection at the pre-market lows. Right there. Right there. See that? Right there, rejected. A little bit of rejection. So if you guys don't know, my down 1,100 bucks on the day now. Down 800 on Nvidia, down 240 on Fortinet calls. These are swing trades, of course, so I'll be holding these for the entire month. If you guys haven't been following my channel for a little while, if you're new here, make sure you join the Discord. It's completely free. I'm probably going to be closing it up here soon, depending on how bad the scammers are, because they've been starting to infiltrate my channel, my Discord channel. And yeah, the only way to beat them back is to put up a paywall or do uh, short-term invitation links on Discord or on YouTube. And I'd rather just have a simple link up all the time that anyone can join at any moment. But unfortunately, I've been having scammers come in, and what they do is they come in and then they mimic my profile on Discord, and then they start direct messaging you guys, trying to trick you into believing it's me, and then yeah, and then they try to steal your money or try to get information out of you, whatever it may be, whatever they're trying to get. So it really sucks that there's scammers like that out there that do that stuff. It's really ironic too, because these scammers could probably just simply join my channel and follow my strategy and make way more money than they ever would scamming. So it's really ironic. It just shows how stupid they are. So it's a dirty business. You got a lot of scammers. You got fake gurus out there that don't even show real profit or loss. You got scammers that are just like actual scammers that are trying to direct message you and mimic people, trying to impersonate people. It's just a really shady world. Um, but I know most of you guys are good. I know most people are good and honest and trying to figure out their way legitimately in this world. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people who don't. They just they'd rather take the so-called easy path, which it's really not easy. It's actually harder. It's easier to just give in and learn a process and become good at something. Let me just resend this to this guy. All right, so we're getting a little bit of a rejection on Nvidia. Makes sense. The VIX is heading higher right now. That VIX is about to touch 15, so this market sell-off is probably going to continue. Sucks, but it is what it is, right? Can't win them all. Although we're still winning. Dude, I'm I'm still up 215% on Nvidia. My Fortinet position, I don't really, it can do whatever it wants to do. I'm not really worried. The risk on this position is not that great. But Nvidia, I'd like it to go up, and it is. It is going up. So alright, let's get this updated for this guy and then send it back. Wait, I updated it. Alrighty. Alright. That's figured out. Alright, now we're retesting. Are we going to break through it this time? Are we moving up higher? I think we are. What's the rest of the market doing? Q's bottomed out. Q's are just been drifting up actually since the open, so that's a good sign. Might be on our way back up here, guys. Not even down that much today. It's not even that bad of a day. Not even that bad. Really, I want to see Fortinet really like come back and get back above 69. That'll look good. Market's trying to move back up. Trying to move back up. Getting rejected again. Let's see if we can push above this. I'm not a day trader, by the way, guys. I'm just looking at this stuff as it's happening. I'm a swing trader, so these positions that are on, they've been on since the beginning of the month. So don't get confused that I'm like in a day trade or something right now. I usually don't look at the lower time frame stuff. I'm always on like the daily or higher, monthly. Always looking at stuff like that. But you can see how that resistance is right at that line that I marked. It's right at the lows of yesterday. That bottom wick from yesterday is today's resistance. Yesterday's support is today's resistance. We keep smacking up against it and then getting rejected. So down 1.5. How's the rest of the market looking? Oil's still up. Gold getting slammed a little bit. Crypto down. Gold down. Holy moly, what happened here? That sucks. 9 gold miners missing in Turkey after landslide. Oh. Well, that sucks. Wow, okay. Are these guys out in Turkey? Wow. Turkey mining operation. I've never seen something like that before. Wow. Um, rescue effort. Oh, wow. Okay, so like people are actually hurt in this. That sucks. Wow. I just looked at this down 47%. Wow. That's unfortunate. Dow having its worst day of 2024. Well, I mean, like, what has it been doing this entire year? Like the S&P is up like 4% year to date. Like that's a lot for one, and we're 2.5 months into the year. Just tells you how strong the markets are. All right, I gotta get this figured out here. Alright guys, so it looks like the market is coming back here. Nvidia's breaking yesterday's yesterday's lows, so looks like the market's going to be climbing back up here. So been on stream for a couple hours now, right? So hour and 40 minutes or so. So I got a bunch of work to do on my end. So for now, a little update on the position. So we're only down about 590 right now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'll probably be streaming again in a few days. And yeah, if you haven't already, make sure you click the Discord link below in the description of my video. It's also in the description of my channel. Discord's 100% free. And yeah, just be aware of scammers and bots in the channel. I've been combating them, but hey, you know, they're pretty good at trying to scam you. So, but thanks for watching, guys, and hope you all